Welcome back, heroes, to another episode. We are back on the healer. We've got some stuff to do today, so that's good there's. Let's see here. We need to get chat put back up. We need to get the viewer count put back up. We need to get the overlay put back up. We are good. Good. I did not need that to do that. We could cancel that part. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Back on the healer. We are polishing up a build video. That's what took me so long to get this back up. But we have a build video coming out for the wind. That should be today or tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. Not 100% sure yet. I'm trying to hear back from that. Ooh, that is not good. Our good friend Devin had to be out of town this past week in order to go do some stuff for work, and it looks like the airline company lost his bag, so it may be a hot minute before he can get on here with us. So when I play with him, it might be some PS5, PS4 games that we could do. We'll see. So I'm not 100% sure. So we don't have. Yeah, that's true. If they don't find it, they're gonna have to replace it. But anywho, yeah, so when I play games with him, it looks like it's going to be on the PlayStation for a hot minute. Which is fine by me. I've got plenty of PlayStation games that I like to play with him. It just means that it might be a hot minute before we can play Ascension together, which is kind of a bummer, but hey, it is what it is. Let's get queued up for some dungeons. Here we go, find a group. Yo, insta-queues. I love the insta-queues. Alright, come on! We're just waiting on one DPS. Like, come on, guys. Let's go. We don't want to sit around looking at just a queue screen. Come on. Really? DPS? Really? I was probably somebody who queued for a dungeon and then went AFK, thinking it was going to take 20-30 minutes. And now making the rest of us suffer. Do we get another insta-queue since everybody but one DPS was ready? No, because it says everybody did. Alright. Yay. So great. We are almost level 30. We are level 28, which is good. There we go. Boom. And we're not getting the lag issues that we were. I don't like this. This has me concerned. We're getting that a lot on our older classes since the update. So... pop this. We can get... looks like our tank is going to be a guardian. We've got a barbarian in here. Why are you going that way, my guy? We've also got a blood mage in here. What? We're still in a dungeon. How did we get the debuff for abandoning a dungeon? I am so confused. I am literally right next to the tank. What is going on today? What's up, Alex? I'm so confused. How is he taking damage? Is it his class, maybe? Oh, yeah, because he's a blood mage. So he's doing damage to himself in order, because he's the hybrid build. Got it. You know, just working on the healer, trying to get him up. Waiting for a person who said that they could edit my videos to contact me back so I can see how that process is gonna look. So I can start getting some more professionally done edited videos. But yeah, outside of that, I'm doing good. Doing good. I don't understand this tank. We got a Stormbringer in here. A Tauren Stormbringer. That's an interesting choice, I'll be honest. Yeah, I saw you on Discord playing Destiny. We need a way to get more mana back, I think. Because I use my rage skills where I can, but we definitely need a faster way to get mana back. I like the who's trying stuff? The Stormbringer. I like his name. He's doing really good though. As a Stormbringer. He's a lightning build from the look of it. Though I haven't seen him throw like Thorum. I'd have to go look at the breakdown of his stuff. Yeah, he was. So yeah, he's lightning. Flux Arc, Conjure Storm. He really needs to get that Conjure Storm proccing more often, though. Just saying. I honestly might check what Xur is selling in Destiny 1, though. I mean, hey, go for it. Alright, so we definitely leveled up once. Does anything give us mana back? Empower your guided to unleash a burst of holy energy in front of them, dealing 112 holy damage up to 5 enemies for 10 yards. Shares a cooldown with that. Usable while on it now. Guidance sanctified. Now generates 3 rage per target healed. Okay. Sunshine. Bask an ally in light, healing them for 241 over 18 seconds. Costs mana. Yeah. It's one of those times where you lose some, you win some. Removes the cost of Gavel Atonement and causes it to generate 15 rage, but gives it a 5-second cooldown. Grants direct healing done and direct spell damage, a 10% chance to make your next Prayer of the Sun have a 50% reduced cost to rage. I like Solar Beam getting more healing. Let's grab this, because then we can grab that, and it allows this to do more stuff, so... Yeah. So, see, that's my point, though. Win some, lose some. Destiny 2 is a win, Destiny 1, not so much. Get that air on me. Let's see here. We definitely want to get out of this dungeon here. Pop this, though. We want to go spells. We just got Sunshine. Sunshine can go on... Let's see. Hit P. No. Prayer of the Sun, I need to throw it on here so I can actually see it. What is this? Illumination, heal an ally. Mount can go there. There it is. Sunshine is our middle button there. Okay. Open the book. And we've got Ray of Illumination. Call down a beam of light on an area for 15 seconds. Reveal stealth or invisible enemies. Don't care about that. It's actually a pretty wide range, though. That's nice. Okay. Let's get out of the dungeon and... queue for another one. Oh? What kind of bug did you find for that? Boom. Jeez, we're up to 16 bags. This is insane. They've definitely done something to the loot drop chance of your dungeon spoils. I can wear mail armor? I don't know what armor I'm supposed to be wearing, because they got rid of the thing here. Like, I know these are plate, easily. Are we all plate? Let's hit C. And then I want to go to skills. Yeah, I can wear all the way up to plate mail. So I guess it's whatever gives me the best stats For what I'm trying to do, I guess. Whatever gives me the most spirit. Spirit is a good one that we're going to need for this. At least I thought so. I could have sworn healers needed spirit. I have no idea. They keep changing everything on me. Okay. Yeah, hold on one sec. All right.
Howdy.
So what's this bug you found with the auto rifle?
So, it's sadly with certain factions, but you go to shoot someone with it, everything around it dies.
Oh, so it has like an AoE kind of thing to it?
But it doesn't have an AoE. It has no AoE perks. It's only single target perks.
Who knows, man? I haven't played that in so long.
Here, I'll even read out the perks. Subsistence. Defeating targets partially reloads the magazine from reserves. That's single target. And Onslaught. Final blows with this weapon increase its rate of fire.
Yeah.
Single target.
I don't know, man. After playing First Ascendants, I kind of gave up on those kind of games.
I just play these games to play them, to be honest.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. The last shooting game I really got into and spent a lot of time doing was the Tiny Tina's Adventures.
Yeah.
But that's because it's like D&D meets Borderlands, and I absolutely love it. So, it is what it is. Yeah, we just had a bug a second ago while I was in this dungeon. We were all in it, and for some reason it said that we didn't accept the dungeon queue, so it gave us a 2-minute debuff.
You're inside it.
Yeah, even though we were in a dungeon with a full party. Like, what? That's okay. My Stormbringer, I was working on doing the wind build for it. Got done recording that. Tried to switch back over to Maelstrom, and my whole character broke. Because there's a thing going on right now where it says that it can't locate certain skill points because of the new stuff that's on the far right-hand side.
Yep.
And so it broke my build, and so I ended up, somebody was nice enough, I don't know if it was a GM or not, but they gave me a spec book so that I could make a second spec. I had to switch to my second spec, change, pick a spec that I wanted, then change back to the first spec so that I could actually correctly change the spec. Yeah, because it says you are missing connection entries. Is what it says when I load into places.
Which is really stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, I got in here with trying stuff again.
Yeah, I have the same issues when I want to, swap specs. Because when I got COA, it was a bundle that gave me a specialization 2 book, so I have it for my Necro. But first spec was death. Second spec is my animation. I wanted to run my death spec for a while because I want to see how it's gonna work with it being different now. With it when I first play Death, want to see if anything's changed. I can't switch.
Yeah, I'm able to switch back and forth, like, from Spec 1 to Spec 2. It took me having to activate Spec 2, and then go back to Spec 1, and then telling Spec 1 that I needed to redo it, for it to finally go, oh, okay, yeah, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that for a while, and nothing.
Yeah, I would put in a ticket about it and see if one of the GMs can...
I did nothing yet that I know of.
Oh, just spam it in open chat. Just be like, hey, I've tried going through it, because that's what I did, is I put it in Discord on all 3 channels, and it wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Was he gonna actually go do the backpack quest? If he does the backpack quest, I'm gonna activate the backpack quest. Nobody ever does the backpack quest.
I don't know what the backpack quest is.
In Ragefire Chasm, there's a quest where you have to go down this one area to
okay, yeah.
get a backpack. This guy is a frost mage. How does he have 5 summons? I was never able to get that many summons on my Necro. But it's been a long time since I've played
animation.
it, so.
Unless he's animation.
Yeah, but he's not. And yet he's got 5 frost mages.
You can run grave mages on Death, Rhyme, and Animation if you have it selected.
Oh, see, I thought it was only on Rhyme that you could do that.
Nope.
Oh God, stop LOSing me.
Although I don't know why he'd go with grave mages.
I don't know. He had one of the big fat guy, or he does have one of the big fat guys too.
So, honestly, if I was him, I'd have him set to aggressive and 2 abominations and an archer. Grave mages really don't do squat. The archers reduce the enemy's armor. Therefore, you do more damage.
Where? He must have got launched off into the lava somehow. Why does it not say I have the quest for this? Oh, there we go. Lost Satchel. There. Everybody now has the quest for Lost Satchel, everybody.
Nice. Reactivities on advanced mode. Okay. I can do advanced. But what is it? Require
There's level 30, so now I get my holy form.
Nice. Okay, so I just gotta do 6 of those. Yeah, I just need to do 6, and I'll be done with rank 4. Thank God the solo ops takes 5 to 10 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Strikes, on the other hand, 20 to 30 minutes. Why?
No idea, my dude.
But
It's
I
like
do
that.
do them solo like I'm a maniac.
It's like that on Warframe too, though. It's like some of the stuff you can do repeatedly. Like you can do 3 or 4 in just a few.
You can do them either solo or with 3 other people.
Yeah. What did my sister? Where do I work Monday? I work 1 to 9 p.m. Oh, as soon as I.
No, screw it. I'm gonna try out this auto rifle in here.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Warframe. There were a bunch of quests that I could probably do the same quest 10 times in 30 minutes, and then there were some quests where
it took days.
It would take forever to do it by yourself.
Yup.
So, but then again, that's my complaint with Warframe is the fact that it is a really good game, but it is not for a casual player up to it once you get to a certain point. It's no longer a casual player game. It is I'm a dedicated, have a lot of free time player game. Okay, I officially have no idea what necromancer this guy is. I'm gonna have to look at him. He's now got two of the big gargantuan dudes out. He just threw what I think it was him. It looked like he threw a bunch of barrels of poison on the ground.
Death. Or you might have a witch dock in there.
No, so I've got two necromancers. My apologies. So I may have multiple types.
Okay, so you might have a death and an animation.
It's so weird.
Honestly, death is pretty fun if it's like a lot, and I do mean a lot of targets.
Yeah, that's what that's what it sounded like. My tank is a freaking beast. Oh, that's because it's a cultist. Arguably, right now, meta tank is the cultist. Same thing with meta healing. The cultist healer is arguably one of the top healers right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, the cultist is top in almost every category right now. But, I mean, it is what it is.
I just think it's funny I can out DPS cultist.
Well, yeah, but you're like uber geared right now.
A buddy of mine that introduced me, one of my buddies that introduced me into COA, he's a cultist main.
Uh-huh.
And I would there was times, in fact yesterday, there was times where I decided to do a competition with them. I was out DPSing him when he had Mythic 10 gear. Every piece of his gear was Mythic 10 and fully spec'd.
Yeah.
While DPSing him. I just think that's hysterical.
I mean, that's pretty good. It's just, for me, it's like, so far, if I've been in a group with a cultist, whether that's a tank, a healer, a DPS, whatever, if they're the tank, they're barely ever taking damage because of the self-heals that they get. They're out DPSing several DPSers. If they are ranged or melee DPS, they're out DPSing everybody. And if they're the healer, ain't nobody getting close to 50% health ever unless they take a massive one hit. So I mean, it's just crazy how good the cultist is. So, all right, so we did get one more skill point. Where do I want to put this? I think I want to put this into Dawn so that Dawn, I don't know, restores the cooldown or reduces glare. Warm up. Casting Gavel of Atonement now increases the healing of your next illumination by 5%. Stacks 3 times. They want me to do DPS. Your next illumination within 8 seconds is free of cost. Instant cast and guaranteed to critically strike. Allows time. Let's see. Angelic Justice. Remove the rage cost and reduces the cooldown of Chains of Light. I don't ever use that though.
Did I just insta-kill a boss?
Is this my holy form?
Killed a boss.
Nice.
I don't know how I managed to do that.
Yeah, we'll go with the Dawn, and then that way I can also use Radiant Convergence, which gives me Solar Knight, which just helps me get more rage faster. Okay, let's cast this. I want to know if this is a permanent buff. It is.
That would have been stupid. I almost fell off the edge.
Hey, I tell you what, Blizzard actually used to release every year a statistic that would show, like, especially when new raids would come out, and it would be like how many bosses have died, how many players have died to what boss, and for whatever reason, for me it was funny, they had one listed on there called the elevator boss, and it was how many players died to
By
gravity.
falling off.
It was great. The first dungeon they released that in was Netherian. There was an elevator literally at the beginning of the dungeon. I think you took out 2 bosses, and then there was an elevator to go down so you could take out a couple more bosses. And that elevator has killed millions of players. Because they'd be like, oh, I could make it, and the elevator was not a slow elevator. It was, if you missed the timing and the elevator went down as you were stepping onto it, you would fall at the same rate the elevator was going down, and then you would hit the ground and die. And yeah, I can't tell you how many times people would die. And what was crazy is you would get people that would end up falling to their death to that, and they'd be like a chamois or no, it was just chamois that had the self-res. And they would pop it, which was dumb because you would need it for a boss fight. And they'd be like, oh no, it's fine. And then realize, oh wait, we're heading straight for a boss. I should have waited. It's like, oh my gosh, you dum-dums. But it is what it is. Oh.
Sometimes people aren't the smartest crayons in the box.
Definitely not. But
I know I'm not.
shoot, I seem to be doing a lot better when it comes to that necromancer than most of my builds. But I also don't invest all the time that I have to a singular build like you have. I'm usually like, okay, this one is now 60. Here's how I would build it. Here's the stats that I would prioritize. Move on to the next. Because I'm trying to get through all of them before it goes live. So once it goes live, I'll probably dedicate to one class for the most part. But we'll see.
I just know I'm gonna once I get my Fellsworn up to 60, I'm gonna make either a healer or a melee DPS.
Oh, I thought you were doing the Fellsworn as melee. That's what you were saying the other day.
No, I'm doing Tyrant now.
Oh, you're gonna go tank with him?
Yeah.
For melee DPS, if you want the most fun, in my opinion, it's Barbarian. Just because he can blip around the battlefield with his charge ability, and then you just he's a spin to win kind of guy for the most part.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. I've leveled 1 to about 45. But yeah. Can you help me get Haley to the church for the 7th grade orientation? It's...
Okay, those 2 are done. No, I just need those done.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh. Okay. So it looks like Monday, instead of streaming like I do before work, I'm helping getting my niece to a thing. I don't even know what it is, but the sister asked me to do it, so I will do it. And somehow we are now at 18 bags. I don't understand the new dungeon spoil system. we're about to level up again to level 31. I think we'll pick up Missionary. Allows periodic healing from Sunshine to critically hit. And Sunshine was right there. And because we are now in Holy form, our healing is increased by 10%, and our Holy Critical Strike chance is increased by 5%. Threat generation is reduced by 50%.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Bulwark one. I'm gonna keep the Brawler.
On the what?
Okay, so they changed a bunch of the they reworked the stats entirely for Destiny 2.
Oh, yeah.
So they're called various different things.
Uh-huh.
Once I'm out of this gunfight, though, I'll pull it up.
Oh, wow. I can't
Okay,
buff track.
there's health. That quite obvious. It increases your health and your flinch resistance. And there's melee. And there's grenade. Your super, your class, and then your weapons. It used to be very different. It used to be like discipline, recovery, or not recovery.
That's a bummer. Oh, no.
I'm blanking out on it. Discipline, strength, intel, like intelligence. And then there was resistance, or something like that, yeah. And then mobility, and yeah, recovery.
This sucks. I can't tell it to watch buffs. They need to fix this. Because, like, I'm looking at my buff bars for HOTS, so I can see what buff somebody has.
Yeah.
And they're all priest buffs. Inspiration, grace, protection of ancient kings. Divine Aegis, renewed hope, fountain of light, blessed healing, ancestral. That's all paladin and priest buffs. Yeah, that sucks. Because I was hoping threat indicators, miscellaneous. There we go. But yeah, that's a bummer. Because I was hoping, because one of the skills I have is on the tank, I can make him essentially my beacon,
Yeah.
and then throw spells through him or her. But the problem is it is not allowing me to track that buff.
Gotcha.
Which is a bum, because it makes it harder for me to see when that buff is active or not active. We are holding on a tank. Just waiting on another dungeon. They've got a giant parrot mount.
Yeah, after I get this stuff done for Destiny 2, I can switch over and run it through some mana storms on my Fellsworn.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'm just sitting here waiting for dungeons. Trying to level just doing dungeons. But yeah, they also changed how many dungeon spoils you get. Like I was just at 16, ran one dungeon, now I'm at 18. It used to be one per dungeon.
Yeah.
And now I have no idea what the ratio is because it's not consistent either. I thought maybe it was one per boss. Then I did a dungeon where we fought 3 bosses, but I only got 1 bag. Then I run a dungeon where we killed 2 bosses and got 4 bags. It's not consistent. So I have no idea. Just go make sure.
Neither do I.
See if nobody's chatting in that one, so. But yeah, it is what it is, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Can we be consistent, please? I'm seeing more Tauren, which is good. My problem with the Tauren is they level slow for their starting zone.
Oh, yeah.
They are arguably one of the slowest classes to level, or races to level, early on. Once they can come to the Barrens, it gets a little faster. But when they're in Mulgore, their starting zone, it is ridiculous slow. Whereas for me, I think the Troll and the Orc are the 2 fastest leveling for the Horde side, because they start off in the Valley of what is that called? The Valley of Trials. They start off there. You can get to, even without your heirloom gear or a Aura of Experience, you can usually get to about 4 or 5 doing that area right there. When you go to Sinjin Village, you can usually get to about 8 before you have to run up to Razor Hill to get your 9 and 10. Or levels 9 and 10 there, doing quests. If you do have Bind on account or heirloom gear and an aura running, you're usually level 7 before you leave the Valley of Trials, and you're like 10 before you do, before you finish Sinjin. So.
Gotcha.
Whereas like on the ally side, I think the fastest leveling
Human
race is human. The slowest, in my opinion, is probably Night Elf and Draenei,
Yep.
since they start in the same area. If they didn't start in the same area, Draenei would 1000% be the slowest leveling class or race.
Yeah.
Just because their area is weird. That's the only way to put it. Don't get me wrong, I think they have the most beautiful starting area of all the races is their Draenei, hands down. They've got the nice mana crystal look, the forest, spaceships, like it looks nice. It's very appealing. You level stupid slow. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Humans, on the other hand, I think are probably the most overplayed race, in my opinion.
Which is understandable.
But
they can't be the most fun.
Yeah, their passives don't make sense though for COA. Like I think the developers for COA need to try and figure out a way to change the racial passives for each class. I also think we should get pandas. I'm just saying. I loved me a panda.
And they're actually lore accurate.
True. But yes, I would love me a panda. Jeez, 10-minute wait on this queue. What the heck?
And in fact, they were In fact, they're around a lot in Warcraft 2 and 3.
Yeah. Um, I like the fact that they were the first race of beings that were neither Horde or Alliance by default. You
Okay.
got to choose which alliance you wanted to be on. You could choose to be on the Alliance or choose to be on the Horde. It was great. It was a neat mechanic that they added. It was just overall a nice new experience to have to the game. So I would really love for them to add the pandas somehow. I don't even care if you have to pick Horde and Alliance at level 1 and you level in Elwyn Forest or Durotar. Like, I wouldn't care. I just want me a dang panda.
Yeah, me too.
I want the big fat fluffy guys.
Who wouldn't?
I don't care if you give me a simulation of the monk class. Don't care. I want a big fat panda.
Monk was fun though.
It was. I'm just saying, like, I would be happy with just the panda. I don't care if you give me monk class. I just want a panda. Like, they could come up with... I mean, they could... I'm sure they could come up with a way to build a class that is similar to monk for COA. Oh, speaking of which, I got some good news about the crafting stations that are coming. They are, in fact, going to be hitting COA.
Okay. Do we know when?
They have not announced when. They've only said that it is coming, so it will probably be in the next major patch for everybody. But we are getting unique crafting stations around the world. And it's hitting every at least that's what they said in the Facebook post. I don't know if that is accurate because I have not seen anything on the content creator page or on the main Discord page or even COA's page. I have not seen anything about this on any of the Discord servers.
So
But
it just might be hearsay.
on Facebook, they announced the crafting stations, and in the chat logs for that, they said yes, it will be coming to every server. So,
Okay.
so I'm still looking forward to it. I'm optimistic and hopeful because I think that would make crafting a more viable thing for people to want to do. Because currently it is more of like, I craft for me. I don't craft to put stuff on the auction house. I don't craft for other people. I only craft for me. So this will give
I
it...
mainly crafted for myself until my dad got COA. Then whenever he was on and he needed something that I can make that his class can't.
But and that's kind of my point though, is it's like when people do crafting, they do crafting for themselves or the guy that they know, right? They're not crafting to put it on the auction house like in retail WoW does. That's why the auction house in COA and Area 52 and Elune is essentially dead. Like, yeah, you'll find people that will put stuff on the auction house just to try to make a couple extra pieces of gold, or they'll wait till they can get the really, really high-end stuff and then try and sell it for ridiculous.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's not... It really isn't being used all that often. So by introducing these new crafting stations, I honestly think it's going to revitalize the auction house. It will make people more interested in doing crafting so that they're not paying an arm and a leg to the guy who can go out and craft. Because if they implement a situation like ZeniMax did with ESO, where you have to have, you know, for them, it's a certain number of learned traits in order to craft that gear. Here, obviously, it's going to be probably a crafting level requirement.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, it's like, I would rather have that kind of a mechanic than just having people that go, oh, well, I've learned the pattern, I've found the pattern for this really good piece of gear, and instead of trying to make it and sell it so other people could get it, I'm just gonna hold on to it for myself. So hopefully it revitalizes the crafting portion of the game. I would really like that. Are, like, no tanks online right now? I waited 14 minutes and then reset my thing, and I'm still waiting. Yeah, it looks like Mana Storm caches now. In order to get above heroic gear, you have to get above 102.
102?
Yep, gotta be above level 102 to get anything above heroic gear. I think you have a chance at getting mythic, but you're more likely to get normal and heroic gear until you get above that 102 mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's mythic and higher. Like mythic 0
Gotcha.
plus. So. Or like raid to mythic plus. I don't know. It would take us to getting to that in order to figure out what it is. Yeah. It's like I've got 3 DPS and me sitting in queue right now. No tanks. Ugh.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Time to do the 3 Vanguard ops I need to do. And the thing is,
It has to be quick play. I do this stuff solo.
So my hots can now critically hit. Jeez. My neck was like, yo, homie. I still think it's crazy that when you fight a creature that has 4 hooves, and you can still only get 1. It's like... I think if I had skinning, I can get up to get up to 2. But... Okay, just need 1 more of those. 1 more zebra. At least if I get lucky, it's only one more. Yep, there we go. That's all I needed. Mount up and go back.
We got 3 hunters. That's funny. 137, 157, myself at 140.
Barbarian. Guardian. Another barbarian. A necromancer. Just all like chilling out over here.
What do you need? Go with honor.
Yes. I think you need like silk touch or something.
Playing some Mincecraft over there.
My sister's playing Minecraft.
Yeah. See, I used to play Minecraft with my sister. The problem is that she plays basically in creative, so she can just build whatever she wants and do whatever she wants, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It's whatever.
I prefer survival with no cheats.
Yeah, see, I'm hardcore mode, so if you die, you gotta restart the whole.
Everything.
You gotta start the whole server over again. Like if I'm gonna play a game, I want there to be an incentive to do good. Like if I can die and have to just run back to get my gear, okay, like not that big of a deal. But if I die and I have to restart regardless of how far in the game I've gotten, like let's go, you know, like at least with that I have, you know, an incentive to not die.
Oh, this guy did the raid. Never mind. I thought he was just terrible. He's got the crossbow. But what are you saying?
Oh, I'm also there was a modded server for Minecraft. I forget it, RL Craft. That's what it was called. RL Craft.
Yep.
I played the snot out of that because it actually required some skill to do.
Some skills and brains.
And like I played with 2 other people at the time when I was playing that one. So like one of us went more, you know, combat oriented, another one of us went more like farming, gathering type, and the other one went more like healer type, so that we had pretty much all of our bases covered. And so like we were able to do really well on hardcore for that one because, you know, one person would stay at base camp and they would do all the farming and mining and all that stuff, and if they needed to go down into the ground to get, you know, stone or copper or whatever, they would take the warrior person with them who would beat on anything that came too close, or when the elemental golems would come out from you mining iron or whatever.
Yeah.
Beat on those guys. And so we did really good. I really enjoyed it. You know, it was pretty cool. So, Crazed Druid is sitting out here. It's a rare... It's a level 27 rare.
Yeah.
Let's take him on. This could be bad as a healer. Oh, no, never mind. Homie ain't got nothing on me. I don't think I looted anything from him. I also wish they would add the inscription profession back to or into this game.
With the class specific perks like the extra buffs and whatnot.
Well, I liked inscription not for the little inscribing enchants that you could get from it. I liked it because you could make the tarot cards, and there was a tarot card that you could sell for like 5k gold. It was random.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was fun just going out and doing, picking some plants, making some ink, and then making as many tarot cards as you could. And you could sell the tarot cards for, $100 or 100 gold a card. And people would buy it because there was a chance that they could get 5k out of 100 gold.
Yeah.
And so it was crazy all the time. Like that's I built an inscriber. That's all he did was I would get on for hours at a time and just go pick plants, turn them into ink, turn the ink and paper into cards, turn around and sell the cards. I think in 1 week I made, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 gold from people just buying my freaking cards.
Yeah.
Out, oh mana. That quest is complete. Need more raptors, but I'm not trying to do quests. This is the problem. I've been in queue for 12 minutes because we are still waiting on a tank. There we go.
What is what? Oh, that's a witch hut. Where you have a chance of finding the all black cat.
I want the kitty. Would you catch these fish?
Yeah.
Oh, nailed that dude for 1,000 damage. Nice.
Yes.
Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, my camera's all jacked up. My freaking lights in here are not wanting to work properly. I may just turn off my... Well, I finally get a queue and it pops and goes away because somebody said no. It is what it is. I think I'm going to be moving my whole setup to a different room in the house so that I have better lighting. Because the lighting in the room that I'm in has bad wiring. And so sometimes, like today, I can turn the light switch on and it doesn't actually...
turn on.
It doesn't actually turn the lights on. They kind of just flicker and stay muted.
Yeah.
But this house is ridiculous old. So, there's no shocker there. But yeah, probably in the next, I don't know, week or two, we may just move my whole computer setup into a different room. Which will kind of piss off the kiddos, but, like, tough monkeys.
Oh wow, two of those. Okay. And those are terrible rolls.
Ooh, lag!
That'd be a cauldron full of instant health.
Alright, so this party has already gotten me all the way down to half mana.
Is that another cat?
I am running with a Chronomancer, Guardian, Sun Cleric Tank, and a Witch Hunter.
That sounds like fun.
Meh. It's going okay. Dang, we've gotten 2 of the rare purple drops in this dungeon. Holy crap.
Are we doing the same strike again?
I keep lagging. This is terrible.
Oh no, we're not. Never mind, it's not the same strike, it's just on the same planet. Okay. Just make sure you don't have them sitting. They're following you?
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, so just head back to your base and then they'll teleport back to you.
No, where the fuck could be? I found it.
On the plus side, I'm getting my mana back because these guys are self-healing pretty good. Oh, here's the tank. Yay!
Oh.
Oh, what the heck is that? I don't know what this guy's doing. It's so easy to figure out what you need to do as a tank. Look at the map, figure out where the boss is, run to the boss.
Yep.
And this guy is going everywhere but where the boss is.
Do you all black cats? Not that rare. You just have to find a witch hut.
My cat has two different colors.
Yeah, they.
No, I think it's the... I think in Minecraft, I think the rarest one is the calico.
Yup.
The white cat with a green and blue eye.
The rarest in the game is the calico. Because Mojang.
Okay.
Yep. I don't remember.
Is it the brown?
No.
At least not that I know of.
Just like the rarest Ocelotl, I believe, is the,
Blue.
is it blue? Yeah. Rarest panda is the
Brown.
brown panda. The...
Which they got rid of.
Yeah. Oh, I heard that they added a new type of golem that you could make from hay
Copper
bales. Well, no, not the copper. Well, copper, yes, but there... I think there's one that they just added that's a... it's a hay golem, and it helps you farm.
So you can... I wonder if they drop... I wonder if they do, like, the actual farming, like, some... Like the farmer villager.
Yeah. You just can't sell to
Oh.
them. So what you do is, you make them. I forget what the recipe was to make them. And they're only temporary. Like, I think they last a day or something like that. And then you have to make more of them. but apparently they're like ridiculous cheap to make. But yeah, you make them, and then they will help you plant seeds and pick up crops that are ready, and put them in. If you have chests nearby, they will put them in chests. If you have the compactor or composter or whatever nearby, then it
Nope.
will put it in there.
Well, if you have both near it, which one will they go for first? Like the
Pro
chest?
probably
until
what
it's
it.
full?
No, they'll probably go to whichever's closer compared to the crop they pick up.
Gotcha.
And then yeah, there's the copper golems, which help you move items, or they help sort chests, if I remember correctly.
I can't wait to use the copper golems.
Or no, what it is they will ooh, I got stunned. They will, what they do is they move stuff from wooden chests to copper chests. And then if you do the chest thing where only certain things can go in said chests or whatever, for like that. No, that's auto sorting. Never mind, that won't work that way. I'm thinking of hoppers doing the auto sortments.
Well, yeah, you can do that after the fact with copper golems, but what you can do is, well, actually, you can just, they'll sort your inventory, your chests on their own. So what they'll do is they'll put in the certain item that you want to have, the stuff you want to have sorted into the copper chests, and the copper golem will take the stuff out of the copper chest and put them in the normal chests that has that item.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
I think
sort it.
you have to do the original first item in the chest, and then they'll take crap out of the wooden chest and put it in the corresponding copper chest.
Vice versa.
Now, I will say, you can get copper chests and golems that are at different oxidation rates.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty neat.
It
I
is.
don't play a lot of Minecraft anymore, but I keep up with their updates just in case they ever do something that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go back for that.
Yeah.
Okay, leaveth this group. That gave us one more level, so we're gonna put a point there. Critical heals now restored. Yeah, see, this used to be... This is the only thing that frustrates me, is at level 40, we get a skill that when you critical heal, or your critical heals now restore 15% of your base mana. That used to be a node that we got at, like, 20 to help us keep our mana up. Now we have to wait till we're 40 to get that passively. Okay, so we just did that dungeon, and I went from 18 to 20, so I got another 2 spoils out of that. I really have no idea. So granted, we did take down 2 bosses in there, because that guy was a dum-dum. Okay.
One more, and I'm rank 4. Oh jeez. This guy's name. Okay. Bygone Femboy.
Yep.
Why? Just why?
People be weird.
And this other guy's name is something, actually something human, and it's Grizzly.
I used to know somebody, his name was Krusty Dog. Apparently that was a old-timey term for sailors.
Yep.
He was also probably one of the best hunters in retail WoW I've ever had the privilege of playing with. So. I'm out of mana. Okay.
Oh, my finger's not fat anymore. Sweet.
Huh?
Earlier today, I got stung by a wasp.
Oh. That's never fun.
I didn't know I got stung by one until I went inside. And my finger got really fat.
Sounds like you're slightly allergic to them.
Well, it was on, like, next to the knuckle. Like, the knuckle on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what made it fat.
Yeah, maybe. I need one more water seeker. I need 2 more thorn weavers and 2 more hunters for this quest to be over. Drink up some mana. I like how the trolls don't actually sit down. They just kind of squat.
Yep. This guy's fat head won't get out of the way so I can not shoot him in the back of the head.
I didn't think Destiny had friendly fire.
Nope. You just can't shoot through them.
Ah. There's some games that having friendly fire makes it not only more challenging but more fun, and then there are some games where I'm like, there was no reason to have friendly fire added.
Yep. One of the games for me is Battlefield 4 with hardcore, because it's friendly fire.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, it can be aggravating, but other times it's just hysterical.
Well, it's like Viva La Dirt did a whole skit on friendly fire, and so one of the guys was, you know, trying to be a sniper for their group, and one of the other teammates, every time without fail, as he was trying to take a shot, would stand in front of him and take the full damage. But then they would blame the sniper guy for shooting their own teammate. It's like, if this muff would not stand in front of me every time I'm getting ready to take a shot, and they get to one point where he's like, okay, don't move, stay there, I'm going to shoot. It's like, okay, yeah, I won't move. Then he sights in, and of course, right as he gets ready to shoot, dude walks right in front of him again.
Yep.
It's like, bruh. At that point, I'm just like, no, you're gonna take the damage, and you're gonna like it.
Yep.
You are apparently too dumb to stay out of the way.
And I'm just happy that EA is going back to their Battlefield 4 roots.
We'll see how long that lasts. I just found out that half of ZeniMax, the people that basically built Elder Scrolls Online, half of that team is being fired.
That does not sound fun.
Because ZeniMax, I guess they got bought out by, who's that? Is it EA? Who bought Blizzard? Wasn't it EA that bought Blizzard?
I think so. I'll have to check after I do this strike.
Anyway, whatever company bought it has been, gobbling up companies left, right, and center. They bought
Might be Microsoft, to be honest.
it might be. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Microsoft owns Bethesda.
A lot of companies.
And Bethesda owns ZeniMax. Well, from what I understand, what happened was, not the CEO of Microsoft gaming department, but the guy under him really liked this project that ZeniMax was a part of, and I guess the project got scrapped because it just wasn't going well and it wasn't testing well and all that fun stuff, so they scrapped the project. And apparently that guy's mad, so now he's threatening to fire everyone that was associated with that project. And that's like half of the ZeniMax department.
That would just aggravate me.
Yeah, And so, like, I feel bad for the ZeniMax employees because they made a really solid game when they partnered with Bethesda for ESO. I think Bethesda should have kept them on board and had them help with Fallout 76. That would have definitely launched as a way better product. But,
honestly, if they're gonna make another Fallout game, keep it the way it was.
what it needs to do is kind of... have you ever played the Seamless Co-op mod for any of the Dark Souls games?
Yeah.
It needs to be like that, where it's a single player game that has multiplayer capability. We don't want a Fallout MMO. We never have. We wanted a multiplayer MMO or multiplayer Fallout. Like, we wanted our buddy to be able to log in and play with us. That's what we wanted. We didn't want
like arcade.
We didn't want 800,000 other people being able to log in at the same time and crash the servers and make it to where crap spawns in T-poses and builds don't work because they're bugged out, or the fact that the only way to play now is to make sure that you are using mutations. Like, I mean, it's finally getting to a place where it is where people want to play it, but it's gotten such a bad taste that
I honestly won't play any Fallout game until they make it the way it is.
Well, so the
originally
next Fallout game, from what I understand, that at least was in development, I don't know if it still is, but that was in development, was going back to a single player game. And so everybody was like, look, we want a multiplayer game. We really, really want a multiplayer game. We do not want an MMO. We don't want we don't want that. We want it to where one, maybe two of our friends can play at. Give us Fallout in the same way that Remnant is. That's what I want. That's the type of Fallout I want. I want a Fallout game that's like Remnant. Give me that. And I would be happy. And I know a lot of other people would be thrilled to have a Fallout game where they could play it by themselves and build builds the way they want it to be built. And then their buddies could come in and everything gets a little bit harder because their buddy's in there. But their buddy can also have their own build and their own way of doing things. Like, that's the things that we want. And the fact that it seems like no one is understanding that is
irritating.
a little ridiculous. So, but I get it. They're a AAA development team that wants to capitalize on as much money, and at the time, MMOs were the big thing. Everybody was trying to make an MMO.
Yeah, but we don't want some of our favorite games be an MMO.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, it's like, take Diablo, right? Blizzard went, hey, you know what makes a lot of money? Phone games. Phone games make a lot of money. Let's make the next Diablo game a phone game. And that massively backfired on them. Like, just go back and rewatch any of the release at BlizzCon for it.
Yeah.
Everyone was pissed.
I most definitely was.
Then they come out with Diablo 4, and everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah, like, this is much better. This is what we were asking for the first time, for the most part. And now that's slowly gotten jacked up. And that's partly because they have two development teams doing seasons, and they bounce back and forth to which team is doing what. And it's like, you get no consistency doing it that way. So that's why, like, you'll have one season will be absolutely phenomenal, and then the next season sucks. And it's like, why? Why? Who is making these decisions? Fire them immediately.
%100%.
These queue times are getting ridiculous. Don't own a phone? No worries. Can still buy D4. Yeah, exactly, Tone. Like, I like how everyone gets pissed off at him at the BlizzCon, and the guy on stage, instead of going, okay, we're hearing you, that's not what you guys want, maybe we should figure something else out. Instead of going that route, the guy literally goes, doesn't everyone in here have a phone? It's like, we knew what y'all were doing with that, though. We knew y'all were doing a cash grab. We knew that you guys were only making that to make as much money as fast as possible. That was the whole reason for that. We knew it. We weren't dumb.
Yeah.
And I think what really made it egregious for everybody, though, is the fact that everybody understands that Blizzard has made a lot of money on all of their Diablo product, and none of it was service-based. Because they've made a lot of money with World of Warcraft. Daybreak versus THJ server lawsuit? No, I haven't heard anything about that. The only lawsuit stuff I've been keeping up with at all is the Pokemon and Pal World crap.
Yep.
But that's just because it's absolutely hilarious to me that of all the companies Pokemon could have gone after for infringement, they picked Pal World. And even though Pal World is a much smaller company, they are not backing down at all, which is kudos for them. But yeah, Tones, I have no idea about Daybreak and THJ. I'm gonna be honest with you. Make me sound really dumb, but I have no idea Concentrated lightning. I don't know what that is. It says it's interactable, though. But yeah, it's the things companies will do because they think, hey, we're untouchable because we're this big, bad, awesome AAA company. And so they go after, you know, smaller companies and then find out, hey, we might be this big, bad company that has all this money, but some people are not afraid to take us on.
Yeah.
This definitely could be bad. Nice. I'm trying to figure out what this concentrated electricity is. It's probably another one of those things that's in the world that for whatever reason we can't interact with, which is a little annoying. Yep, can't interact with it. It says it's interactable, but can't do anything. Okay. Got a bunch of quests done there. Oh, here we go. The company Daybreak owns IP of EverQuest. THJ is a private server based off of EverQuest like Ascension. Daybreak released a new server. It failed horribly. I guess the people at Daybreak saw how well THJ was doing and tried to get them shut down without public knowing. Judge ruled in favor of THJ. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too, is like you get these companies that try a thing and it fails and then it basically has to suck it up. Blizzard did the same thing when private servers started being real popular. They started tracking people's accounts, and if you tried to use the same account to log into a private server, they would ban you. And then people were getting pissed off and tried to sue Blizzard. So Blizzard said, "Hey, hold on, we're gonna sue these companies that are making these private servers so that no one will ever make a private server." Well, then a judge ruled that they can't do that. And so now, in order to get around it, what they've done, for example, like with this private server, is they have now agreed anyone can make a private server for World of Warcraft using all the same assets, character development, all that fun stuff. The only thing you cannot do is get a monthly subscription from your player base. That's it. That is their workaround. So as long as you don't make it a monthly subscription to play the game, you can do literally anything you want with the assets of World of Warcraft, and they can't touch you. But if you use their assets and you use all their stuff, no matter how much you change, and you ask for a monthly subscription, they can legally get you shut down now. That was their workaround. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Golly, what is with these queues today, man? 21 minutes, no tanks. might be giving up today on trying to level this guy, I'm telling you. Usually when I play a healer, I don't really have to go out and do quests. Healers and tanks, I usually can just sit in town and just queue for dungeons, because they're usually insta queues or pretty darn quick queues. And now I'm sitting here, like, I get it, it's 5 o'clock, so people are usually out doing dinner and stuff right about now, but it's like, dang, man. For giggles, let's go ahead and just open up all of our bags and stuff and see what we get. I've got 20 of them. All right. Gives me stamina and hit, but I don't get any int from it, which means no. Necklace, not bad, honestly. Okay, so if it's giving me mail armor, then that tells me that's what I should be wearing as mail for this class. Yeah. Oh, well, just got cloth shoulders, though. And that's plate. Dang, this dude could wear literally everything. That sucks. Let's see. Daybreak gave permission to a private server run, Project 1999. Been running for 10 years, and THJ came out last year. Gave Echo of Memories, like Ascension DP, for donating to the server. They reached 4K plus players. Daybreak's newest TLP server has less than 2.2K players on it, mostly bots and power levelers offering services. Yeah, sounds like freaking retail WoW right now, too. That looks like the symbol for consecration. That's funny. That's kind of a toss-up. It's like I'm getting mail, plate, cloth. So yeah, I think it's just whatever gives me the best stats as far as int and spirit and crit and all that fun stuff goes. Yo, first purple out of it though. Nice. Not that we're able to wear any of this, because we're going to out-level it too fast. This is all moolah. Is Bronzebeard coming out before COA? I don't think so. If anything, I think they're both dropping simultaneously.
Looking for something special?
That's just speculation, though. I haven't actually heard anything from the development team of what the actual game plan is on that. In fact, I haven't heard anything about Bronzebeard dropping to the live server first. The only announcement they've made, period, when it comes to any of the servers going live is they're only talking about COA. So if I was guessing or a betting person, I would say that COA will drop first, then Bronzebeard shortly afterwards, if they don't drop at the same time. The one thing that I am hoping is that when both of these go live, they're going to bring them both into Burning Crusade content. I want to get Flying Mounts. I want to go to Outlands. I want both of those. Plus, they're testing Northrend. So I would also like to be able to get Northrend content too. At some point. I want to fight the dang Lich King.
I want DKs.
I mean, technically right now on, I forget what the server's called, but we have access to the DK skill line.
Area 52.
Is Area 52 Northrend now? I thought that was Burning Crusade. There's a PTR server.
It's
I know
you have-
technically Area 52 has access to some of the Death Knight skills, but not all
well,
of
they
them.
have all of. They have access to 3
Yeah,
skills, but they have the full trees. You just can't access them.
right. That's what I'm saying. There's a PTR server. Any
It's,
changes to COA since level 60 was released? Lots.
a lot of changes.
A lot of changes have happened in the last 3 weeks. That's a COA.
Yeah.
Like it's
Or I'd say weak. I'd say weak.
yeah. Well, yeah, especially with the update to the skill trees themselves, giving us new passives and changing things around and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I just think that nobody is running dungeons right now. Which is weird. I don't even see anyone queuing or trying to get Mana Storm groups. Yeah, Tones, I don't know if you were watching earlier, but the next major thing that they are putting on all the servers, or so I've read, I don't know how accurate that is, because I don't know if it's coming from an actual team member, or if it's just somebody heard a thing from a team member and is running wild with it. But supposedly we are going to be getting a unique crafting system added to the world, where there will be crafting POIs out in the world, and you can go to them and they will have unique gear that you can craft at those crafting stations, kind of like ESO's crafting stations out in the world kind of thing. I have not seen what the requirements are going to be for that. I don't know if it's a level-based thing or if it's a quest-based thing. Both would definitely be viable, but I'm not sure. But that's the newest thing that I've heard that they're working on. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, with PTR, with all 3 of their servers running, there's the Rexar, Grizzly Hills, I think is the one with the Death Knight stuff, and Bronzebeard on PTR right now.
I believe Grizzly's the one that has the.
It's got all
that's
the
up to
Snorthering
Wrath.
content. Yep. So yeah, I'm hoping that once they get those bugs figured out for Wrath, they bring it to everybody, and I hope that when COA and Bronzebeard go to the live server, they at least bump it up to Burning Crusade, so that we can get to the Outlands. We can start doing that content, as well as getting flying mounts, because holy crap, that makes getting around places so much easier.
Yeah. I just don't like how you can't fly around the current area.
Oh, in Kalimdor
kind of.
or Eastern Kingdoms?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be nice. No, we didn't get that until Cataclysm, I don't think. No, you could fly in Wrath of the Lich King. It was just stupid expensive to get the flying mount training stuff for flying. It was just in Burning Crusade that you couldn't fly in Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms. Once we got Wrath of the Lich King, we could fly out here. It was just by the time you got flying, you weren't in Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor anymore. You were in Outlands. So it just didn't make sense to come back and do quests out here to fly. You could, like if you were trying to get to different like dungeons or raids, you could just fly to it. But that was also back when you would either have Warlock summoning everybody at the dungeon, or you use the summoning stones. Because yeah, Cataclysm definitely had flying in both sides because of all the new areas, especially like Mount Hyjal. You had to fly at Mount Hyjal. There was no, let me just take a ground mount everywhere.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get out of Hydral without a flying mount.
Yeah, you couldn't get out. You could easily get in because there was portals, but there were spots in Hyjal you couldn't go to without a flying mount. Like you would never be able to go into the
Mount Hyjal.
The Mount Hyjal raid. There was no way to get to it without being on a flying mount. So, and that was such a fun raid. It really is. It added some very unique mechanics. Why? I hate Gnome. Gnome is so dumb. I don't care about any of the stupid quests here. I have a Venomancer tank now. Real solid choice for a tank, too. I like the fact that it's very druid-esque, the Venomancer.
I think I'm gonna head on off and take a nap.
I got you, boss. I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Aside from taking a nap, I'm probably gonna, once this dungeon's done, since it's taking forever to get dungeons today, I'm probably going to dip out of here and go see if Devin wants to play something on the PlayStation.
Yeah, have a good one.
Take it easy, man.
I'll try.
And this is why getting any quests for Gnome is so dumb, because most of the time you spawn very close to wherever the boss is. There you go. That's our level. Gets us to 34. Let's see here. We have Calm, disarms an enemy and silences them, preventing them from using spells and abilities. No thanks. I definitely want to do this because critical strikes with Sun Flare and Spears of Light now grants Solar Knight. Regenerates 5 rage instantly and 1 solar power every 1 second for 3 seconds. So Spears of Light is this one right here, and then Solar Flare is this one. So that's more for DPSing than it is for healing. But in my defense is like this party right here where I didn't really need to do heal. I could probably pop a Spears of Light just to keep this going. So there is that. Let's see. We also got Resplendence. 45-second. Your next illumination with 8 seconds is free of cost. Gavel of Atonement now increases the healing of your next illumination. Gavel at least requires us to be point blank on somebody. Healing Dome with Shine now increases the target's movement speed. That's nice. Gotta go with either one of those. Guarded by the Light. Damage taken has a 15% chance now to restore 74 health every 1 second for 4 seconds. Can only occur every once 50. That's pretty good. You now regenerate 5 rage over 10 seconds. That's also really good. So we definitely want to grab this one anyway. So we can grab that. Critical strikes with holy damage now generates 4 rage. Not really useful for us. I think we'll go ahead and grab this one first, and then we'll grab this one next, even though we don't really need that one, so that we can grab this one. Yeah, I'd rather have passives over more skills to put down here, because if it's not a Healy skill, it's not going to really do us any good. So, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call it a day today as well, guys. They really need to fix that issue, but that's a different story altogether. But yeah, we did get up quite a few levels. We started at 28. We landed at 34, so we gained, what is that, 6 levels? So not bad, to be honest, especially with how long it's taking our queue timer, which is rare that it takes that long. It just might be because it's, you know, middle of the day, early evening kind of thing. But, yeah, we will definitely continue on tomorrow. I'm not sure what all my plans are for tomorrow, but we will definitely continue on tomorrow, leveling this guy at some point. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I want to give a call out to the last few people that have, in fact, subbed to the channel. We've got Chris Rhodes, and there was a whole bunch more, and I don't know why it's not showing up on there. Hold on. I've got this one right here. So the last few people that have subscribed to the channel, so thank you. Here's your call out for that. We've got the Peebs 10, Mathis Vasconcelios. I have no idea. I probably butchered the snot out of that, but Matthias, welcome. Chris Rhodes, Shampoo, I have no idea. AFS, Dustin Maddox, The Cheeky Walrus, also Gibson, he's our very first member to the channel. DA Purby, Tommy Guerrera, Stony Skies, Via, and Michael Marks, aka Sandman 2712. Thank you all for the sub. Subscribe. Thank you for the new member. And then everybody over on Twitch, thank you. For whatever reason, it is not showing me the Twitch side of stuff, so I'll have to figure out how to look that up at some point, because the last one it said was 16 days ago, and it was a bot, so I'm not really sure. But if you are not subscribed or not following me on Twitch or on YouTube, please make sure you do so. It helps you guys know when I go live while I'm doing this kind of stuff. If you like watching the content, I hope you do. But we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guildies.